Start now.
Hey, sure, man.
Hey, everybody, you found us. This is the All Meat, Hold the Anchovies podcast. So, I got a question for you.
Yes, I probably have an answer.
Is it going to be yes or no? Take a guess.
Yes, it will be one of those. If it's a yes or no question.
What do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be no.
Okay. Ooh. Have you ever had sushi?
Yes, finally, for the first time in the last 6 months.
Dude, we're so similar. I know, me too, within the last year. So I remember you and I and Royster went to the mall one time and we got our Chick-fil-A or whatever it was that we were having, and he got sushi. And we both were like, ugh, no thanks. I think he even let me try one, and I wasn't too excited about it. So Gracie was dating a guy years ago, and I think he introduced her to sushi. If he didn't, she will correct me when she listens to this. So she had it first at our house, and then she introduced it to Davis, and then Bailey may have tried it on her own. Of course, Bailey would eat vegetarian sushi, but
what?
Hold on, we're gonna cover that. I'm so glad you're questioning it. So Gracie's like, you need to come with us sometime and try this. You need to try sushi. I'm like, I don't really have a desire to try that.
Yeah, me neither.
So I said, well, what do you get when you go? She goes, well, I get shrimp tempura and this, that, and the other. I said, well, how's shrimp? She goes, yeah, it's fried and they roll it. I said, wait, whoa. That's not sushi. That is fried food wrapped in rice.
Mm-hmm.
So about 6 months ago, it was me and Davis and Gracie hanging out, and she said, let's go to the sushi place and you try it. I said, yeah, I'll try it if I can get some fried food.
That's right.
But you're talking about, you're saying, you're calling it sushi. So before we went, I, of course, went on Google, because whenever I travel, I go on MapQuest or Google and find restaurants that I want to go to when we travel. Right. If I'm going to travel, you're the same way. We're going to find a special place to go.
Yeah, I don't want to eat at Chili's or something like that when I'm out.
Now, I love Chili's, but not when I'm outside Chesapeake. So I Googled and looked up sushi. Is your stomach okay?
That's my fault. Honey, please call Pepper. Pepper is making strange Wookiee noises.
If she doesn't do it, tell her I asked. Then she'll do it.
Thank you.
So,
never mind. Go ahead.
So, sushi is not necessarily raw fish.
Yeah, that's what I used to think.
Me too. That's sashimi, which I know you've heard of that. Sashimi is pierced fish is what it means, and it's sliced real thin raw fish. So when I looked up sushi, basically the main point of a sushi, a Japanese dish, is small balls or rolls of vinegar-flavored cold cooked rice, served with a variety of things.
Okay.
So that's typical. Apparently the definition of sushi. So I went 6 months ago, ate until I almost exploded.
Oh man.
And because we go to a place that's $22, but it's all you can eat, and it's about 50 different types of sushi.
All you can eat sushi?
Oh my gosh. So we start with a cucumber salad. I don't like cucumbers. I don't like pickles.
You did not.
I love the cucumber salad. It's like almost like a flavorless fruit salad. It kind of reminds you of fruit, but the flavor feels clear, which is an odd description, but it's a palate cleanser. It's really cool. It's really smart.
Why would you start with the palate cleanser?
No, you order it, and then you have it throughout the meal. Gotcha.
I got it.
And then we also order teriyaki chicken, all part of the buffet. We get about 20 little strips of teriyaki chicken sitting in teriyaki juice. And I'm like, well, this is good. And Gracie's like, no. That's not why you order it. You order it because that's your dipping sauce for all your sushi. I said, you kids are smart. Y'all learn well. So anyway, I tried it, loved it. I probably tried 5 or 6 different types the first time. And so Davis, Davis's 18th birthday. He's having several gatherings, but Monday night.
Yesterday, wasn't it? Or
it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. So we said, well, Monday night, what do you want to do Monday night? He goes, I want to go out for sushi, and I just want it to be us. Just the 4 of us, because Bailey's in Arizona. So just Gracie, Terry, and myself, and Davis. He said, I want sushi. I'm like, that must really be your favorite thing now. Because if that's your birthday, because when you pick, you get anything you want on your birthday.
Yeah.
So, except for you didn't get your steak. But anyway, you get over here. We get anything we want for a birthday. You got Zaxby's. Nothing against that if you want to sponsor the podcast, but yeah. So we go, and Terry is not into sushi at all. Just thought of it. I think the sound of it just makes her think of raw fish.
Well, yeah, me too.
And I'm like, it's not that. And then she's like, well, $22. She goes, I don't know if I can eat $22 of this stuff. I said, don't worry about it. Just order off the menu. So we're looking at the buffet menus, which are beautiful. I mean, they're like 6 pages. They're covered in great food. And Terry asked the lady, she goes, can I get a menu to order off of? And the lady looked at her like, really? Okay, sure. I'll go find something that looks like a menu, because they really just specialize in the buffet. So she brought her out a menu that looks like it came from 1970 or something. And she ordered a plate of vegetable fried rice, which is her favorite thing now.
Oh, okay.
And it was a ton of vegetable fries. So it definitely filled her up.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get mine, and I get one of the ones I get is a Chesapeake roll. And it's got, it does have raw fish. It's got salmon, it's got avocado, and it's got cream cheese in it. It's really neat. It's very refreshing. It's very good. But on the side of this little plate, of course, I got my 6 little rolls. There's a few slices of salmon, raw salmon, very small, and then a dollop of wasabi.
Mm-hmm. Did you know what this was?
I know what wasabi is.
Oh, okay.
Terry doesn't.
Oh, you are a man. You are a mean man.
I couldn't stop her because I was telling her, we were explaining, Gracie's the expert at sushi, and now Davis is too, and they were explaining what they got. I said, and she was looking at mine. I said, well, it does have salmon in it, but it's got cream cheese, but it's got guacamole. I mean, or avocado. I said, it's really good. It's so good. And dip it in the teriyaki sauce. And she goes, well, and I'm taking a bite, and Gracie's talking. And as Gracie's talking, and she's to my left, Terry's across from me, and Terry goes, well, why did you scrape it off? And she scoops up the wasabi.
No.
It's almost half a spoonful, but it's a nice dollop, and puts the whole thing in her mouth.
Oh, David.
I'm looking at Gracie, and Gracie almost explodes with tears and laughter.
Yeah.
She's almost falling out of her chair because of Terry's face, which I did not catch. But I did see the after effects when the wasabi was back on her plate out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And her face was red. Her eyes were tearing up. She was grabbing all the water glasses, trying to drink all the water glasses.
Yeah.
And after everybody calmed down, 5 minutes later, and she's like, what was that? Yeah. And I said, that was not guacamole, and it was not avocado. I said, that's wasabi. Oh my! She's like, that should not be out in public. That should not be available.
The people in the kitchen were like, another wasabi.
So I looked at Gracie and I said, guess what? That's going on the podcast. Gotta talk about that. Oh my gosh, the expression on her face. And Terry said, on one condition, you have to eat some. But I'm not a spicy food person at all. I don't mind hot, but spicy is different. But I've never had wasabi straight. I've smelled it, but I've never eaten it because I've had no desire. So I had to put a dab on my sushi roll.
Yeah.
And then I dipped it in the teriyaki, ate the nice sushi roll with the teriyaki sauce and just a pinch of wasabi. And my mouth blew up. Yeah. It's that potent, and it's.
Oh, I know.
I even looked it up. I said, why is it so hot? And it's a leoisothiocyanate is the chemical that's in it.
That's what I was thinking.
I knew it. I knew you knew it. I didn't want to say it before you did, but it's like they call it like you've smelled it. Have you tried it?
This is a very short story. Can I tell it to you?
Oh, let's hear it. Yes.
So me and a bunch of guys went out and they said, we're going to go get sushi. And I said, I don't like sushi. I don't want raw fish and everything. And they're like, no, you're going to like it. So I ordered this thing called the Michael Jackson Thriller. It's like a rock. It's like a rock theme.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The only sushi I've ever had. The only sushi I'll ever have. Anyway, so there's this dollop of green stuff on my plate. And they go, Dwaine, that stuff is great. You need to try that.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't notice.
That's cool.
I didn't notice my friend was over there filming. Right?
Oh my gosh.
So I take a bit of it and stick it in my mouth, and so yes, I've had it, and it was not a fun experience.
It's
and that's on film.
I couldn't even describe it. Davis goes, it's like a burnt smoke taste in your mouth. I'm like, yeah, that's about what it is. And looking it up, it's like a hot mustard is what they relate it to, which is true. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that was. I want to say it was fun. It wasn't really fun for Terry. But
come on.
I wish I had seen her face, but actually I got to watch Gracie laugh. Gracie laughed and cried. She slid out of her chair almost on the floor. Oh my gosh, it was so. Gracie almost couldn't stop breathing because she was laughing so hard.
It's great when stuff happens to other people that we can laugh about.
It is. That's why I laugh when you get so frustrated. It's so much fun.
Oh, I know you do.
But no, we should.
I know you do.
See, I would say that you and I should go out when we come in July to go eat sushi. But there wouldn't be any chance because neither one of us are going to try the wasabi. So there's like no chance of that happening. But
no, and Connie, we've been since, and Connie's got something. I don't remember if she liked it or not.
Well, I loved it. But if you don't like sushi, don't go there to order off the menu.
No. This place doesn't have a buffet. It's just menu stuff.
But it was $22, and we definitely ate our $22 worth. They even had fried cheesecake.
That's expensive, man. You spent over $100 that night.
Well, it was only 4 of us. No, Terry ordered off the menu, which was half price.
Still.
That wouldn't. Well, with the tip, yeah.
77 plus
with the
tax,
tip, it was
83 plus at least $17. I mean, you're at 110.
Yeah, but it was his 18th birthday.
Wait, no, 100. Okay. Oh, no, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, but you're right. That is expensive. We don't do it like once, maybe twice a year. Yeah. And if we did it on a non-birthday, they'd be paying for their own way.
Oh, there you go.
But it was good. Definitely ate my $22 worth.
David, that reminded me of the very first thing I wrote down for us to talk about tonight.
Ooh, okay. How you like
I'm going to propose to you something that...
I'm already married.
Crud. Okay, well, I'll think of something else. I want to propose to you something that you are either going to think I am crazy and stupid, or you are going to go, you know what, Dwaine? Much like when we started our podcast, this might be a good idea. Let's pool our bank loan resources because we don't have any resources.
Yeah.
And you open a food truck.
Okay.
Let's open a food truck.
Have we talked about this before?
Never.
I've got like 4 people at my church that want to invest in my food truck.
Wait, you have a food truck? How do I not know this?
They want me to have a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've already looked into it actually.
Uh-huh.
And the food truck friends that I have, one lady who does well in it, she said, if you want to make money, it's a commitment. It's not a weekend fun thing, But to be honest, to be totally honest, if I had the money to invest in one, I would do it as a retirement gig.
Yes.
On weekends, Friday, Saturday, and or Sundays.
Right.
And still have some sort of fun job during the week.
Right.
But I would.
It wouldn't be your full-time gig.
No, it would
which
not
is
be
not what I was thinking.
Yeah. But it's because I cook so much at church and I cater now that people, and I don't cater basic food, I cater special foods. And I've had especially some seniors at our church love my food. And they're like, when are you going to open a food truck? I'm like, I have to have a job right now. I can't open a food truck.
All right. Well, later on in life.
But I'm thinking D&D sandwiches or D&D specials or
D&D.
I don't know.
How about all the different people that are investing? D and D and L and R.
I think that's a great idea. I do not think you're off your rocker. I would love to do that. It's just after retirement, which I could retire in probably, I think, 7 years.
There you go. It's something we could think of.
I would definitely love to do that. When are you coming back to Virginia first?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to be there. I would just have to, encourage you.
Silent partner.
Yeah. I'd invest $100 for 80% of the profit. And
0% of the work. Yeah.
Yeah, 0% of the work. Oh, man. Hey, I learned a valuable lesson, by the way. 2 weeks ago, as of the airing of this podcast, 2 weeks ago, we spent 20 to 25 minutes speaking lovingly about our wives.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Right?
Yeah.
And I made the comment.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I ought to find the clip and put it right here. So here's the clip. She's probably standing at the door listening.
She is by now. Why were you talking so quiet in there?
Yeah, really. It's like when a stay-at-home mom/wife. Well, guess what?
Oh, no.
Connie, how long were you standing at the door the other week? Listening. Wasn't too long?
No, but I have listened.
Oh, boy.
I hear silence.
She's listened to the podcast episode, and she said, oh, I have a few things to say.
Tell her in July she'll have a rebuttal.
That's right. Anyway, so it turns out she said, it's just like our son Timothy would say. Whenever we would start to talk quietly, he would stop whatever he was doing, pause the TV, turn down his game or whatever, and listen.
Yep.
She said, when I heard y'all start whispering, she said, I went to the door.
Oh, my goodness.
And then on the way to Georgia, she went to Georgia this past weekend, and she listened to the episode on the way there. She hasn't said anything about it. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's funny because I told Terry afterwards. I said, yeah, we talked about you tonight, or talked about y'all tonight. Of course, she stopped what she was doing and looked at me and said, what did you talk about? And what did we talk about? Did we talk about being late or being early, stuff like that?
Yeah, we talked about, liking the time where we get to watch TV and stuff.
Yeah. And I told her that we were kind of opposite, whereas you get busy. Did you say you do stuff around the house or something?
Yeah, where I'll do stuff around the house, and I don't care if it's helping or not. Yeah, we don't have to relive the whole thing. They can go back 2 episodes and listen to it.
You don't want to start talking quiet and see if she comes to the door?
Yeah, I'm sure she will. Oh, man. Oh, so you finished Ozark, right?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. What a satisfying ending.
It was. They put a period on. Oh, I love how there's so many storylines going on. And you didn't realize it really. It just blossomed into so many branches. But I really felt like they put a period on every storyline. And you're right. I love the last scene. It's as violent as it was. I love the last scene. I thought it was great. You're in the wrong place, wrong time. Don't go after the wrong people. Think about what's going to happen. But I'm trying not to spoil it. But that was a great last scene.
Yeah.
But you might remember, I was not a Lori Linney fan when this all started.
I remember that.
She's still what she is, but she is a fantastic actress. Her emotional roller coaster ride in this season was amazing.
Did you see the little 30-minute special they had after the last episode?
I did.
That was good. Really good. I guess she was only in films or something?
I think so.
They were like, she's not going to want to do a series.
I think so. Yeah, as far as I know, she's only done films. I mean, I'm sure she's done other stuff that we don't know about, but mostly films, primarily films.
Yeah.
But I love hearing stories about how close everybody got and how it was just the best crew to work with. And
every film, it's the best crew to work with. We're all like family. He's the best director. Yeah, you hear that on every single extra that you ever watch.
So, are you finished with Ozark? That topic?
Yes.
What is your feeling so far on Better Call Saul?
Well, the first half is over. The second half hasn't started yet, has it? And I missed it?
No, we're still going. I think the one next week is the mid-season finale, or is it the...
How have I not been watching it? Oh my gosh, you're right.
How many episodes are you behind?
I think I've watched the first 2 and that's it. I'm telling you, man, I've got Alzheimer's or something. I didn't remember the ending of Ozark. I had to cut the podcast for you to tell me. I didn't remember Better Call Saul was going.
What's the last thing you remember?
Well, they're out for what's his face.
Wow.
This is really upsetting.
This is enjoyable to me.
Well, someday I'll be laying in a bed and not know who you are, and you'll remember this day when you laughed at me.
I'm not laughing with you. I'm just
Who
laughing
are you?
near you. Why are we doing this podcast? That's
Yeah. What is it? Golly, yeah, I think I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, well, that was the premiere.
I know. How did I not watch
You're
the
like
other
3
ones?
behind.
And they're not going to be available they're only available for a month.
They're on AMC.
I know, but their on demand is only available. Hold on just a second. Remind me tomorrow at 11 a.m. to watch Better Call Saul at lunch. There. Now I won't forget. I can't believe that.
I can't either. You've been waiting years for this.
I know. What's happening to me?
Let's see.
Anyway, so my son has. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you can still. It's 5 episodes are out.
Okay.
So you're only 3 behind, and it says the 5th one is available until June 7th. So yeah, you're good.
What about the 3rd one? How long is it available through?
5/24.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
All right. Hey, I get to go.
Well, that's all I got to talk about.
Yeah. I get to.
That's why you write notes, because you will forget everything that you want to talk about. You get to go.
I guess so. So Nathan has a PS5, my oldest son, and I was at his house a couple weeks ago. I think I told everybody that I went to his house for a Friday, and we hung out and watched a movie and ate out and stuff like that. And he said, "Hey, I want you to try this game." And it's a game on his PS5. It's called Detroit. And you're an android, and you play several of them, and you get to make decisions, right? So it's like you are talking to someone who has someone held hostage, and you have 4 different options. And then the way the story goes is based on that. And it could have different endings. So if you don't do this in this section of the game, 3 sections later, you won't know something that you should have known.
Okay.
Or that would have helped you, right?
Huh.
So one time I was talking to a detective, and I had 3 choices of what to ask him, 4 choices, and one of them was locked because earlier I hadn't discovered what I would have needed to have discovered to ask him that question.
Oh.
Right? And you can die. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool game. So I'm like, well, great, Nathan. I enjoyed this first section of the game, and, I can't come up here and play it. He goes, oh, you can play it from the house. I said, what? And they have this thing called, I think it's PS Remote. Let me see what it's called. Yeah. So I log in to his PS5. I borrowed a PS4 controller, and I log into his PS5 and play the game. It is so cool.
Yeah. Davis does that too.
I mean, that's pretty nifty. Now, what's funny is once I take over the PS5, they can't do anything. All they can do is watch. But they love doing that. So I'll call them and I'll go, okay. We've already arranged that I can get on. So I'll call and I'll be on speakerphone and be playing the game. And they'll be watching and laughing and talking. Or the other morning, I was up at 5. So I just logged in. They're in bed. I'm playing their PS5.
Now, have you done an escape room?
Were you even listening to me?
What you're talking about sounds like an escape room.
It's not an escape room at all.
Well, it is in the sense that if you find a clue or a step without finding the step before it, it's going to mess you up further down the game, further down the escape. So,
okay. Yeah.
It's like in that sense there. That's what I was just thinking. It reminds me of an escape room.
I guess in the fact that your decisions have consequences.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, it's a pretty cool game. So anyway, so I met this guy at the gym, and his name is Costin Mo, or he said anyway, Costin Mo Sr.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him a week ago, and I was putting the lockers are you can see all the workout equipment from the lockers. You're like 10 or 15 feet away from the first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started hearing this. Oh. I look over and this guy's leaning over going, oh. And I'm like, are you okay? And he said, oh, man, it ain't working if it ain't hurting. I was like, okay. So I finished putting my stuff up and everything. And today I was doing, today was a trigger day. So it's not a full on hour and a half weightlifting thing. It's just kind of keeping your muscles active on your off days.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm doing my trigger exercises and he's sitting there doing the stomach thing. And I said, hey, how are you doing or whatever. And he's been working out consistently for, I think he said 40 years. Consistently, right? He said at his peak, he could bench 400 pounds. He could leg press, he could squat 550 pounds. Squat with the barbell, 550 pounds. And he could leg press 900 pounds.
And he's moaning after a workout?
Well,
he should be past the moaning stage.
Well, no matter how strong you are, you can make yourself moan. So, but I mean, he's not that big anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a really good conversation with him. He wrote a book. I don't remember the name of the book, but.
You weren't listening to it? Or you just forgot it because you forget things?
Anyway. Anyway, so he was a pretty nice guy. We talked for a little bit, interrupted our workout. So, and then since I actually got on Amazon and bought his book, and then I said, well, I wrote a song and recorded it. I'll go get you a copy of it. You can have it. So I went out to my car and got him a copy of the CD and gave it to him. So who knows if he'll listen to it? Who has CD players anymore?
This is true.
So certainly not in their cars. Not unless they're older cars.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. I don't have anything else, man.
Have you seen Doctor Strange yet? Or are you going to?
Wait, have I seen Doctor Strange?
The new movie, the multiverse.
Oh, I
Multiverse
was
of
thinking
Madness.
that's the one with. Wait, is that the one with all the different Spider-Mans?
No, that's Spider-Man movie.
Oh, then no, I haven't seen it.
It just came out this past weekend in the theater.
Oh, no, I haven't. Connie will want to see that.
You should go see it.
Maybe we'll take our 2 grandkids to see it whenever we're visiting them in June.
No, it's not for grandkids.
Oh, okay.
Have you watched any of the series on Disney Plus?
No.
You should watch at least one before you go see it.
Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I'm not just all that interested in it.
Yeah.
And yet I have a Marvel button-up shirt. It's pretty cool.
So Connie's into Marvel more than you?
Yes.
Oh.
She's watching something called Legends. Is that Marvel?
That's on Disney Plus. It's I think it's a series on Disney Plus.
Oh, I can't stand it.
But I don't think that's like a regular series, though. I'm not sure what that is.
It's weird. I don't like it. The acting is really bad, in my opinion.
Oh, that might be a different group of. I honestly don't know what Legends is. I've seen the title, but I've not watched it or looked into it.
Connie. Oh, where'd she go?
She's not at the door?
She's not there. She's always there. That's a staple of the podcast. Me opening up the door and talking to Connie. And she's not there. What's going on? Life as I know it is changing. No, Pepper, you can't come in because you sound like a Wookiee. Well, all right, man. I don't have anything else.
Yep. That's about all I got.
All right. Well, that's all I got. How about you, Dave?
You just asked me that. I'm good.
I know, but this is how we end the show, right? That's all I got. How about you, Dave? And you say...
That's it. That's all I got.
No, that's not what you say.
No, that's not what I
say.
say. I'm good.
Here, let's try it again. Let's see if it happens. Let's see if we remember it. All right, that's all I got, Dave. No. That's not what I say. I say, that's all I got. How about you, Dave?
We forgot how to end the show.
We forgot. That's because we just do it. We don't think about it. And now we're having to think about it. All right, here we go. That's all I got. How about you, Dave?
I'm good.
Is that what you say?
I think so.
All right, see ya. No, don't say bye.
Oh.
You say see ya.
So this is the episode that ended our podcast careers.
Yeah. Okay, so
Getting right
that's
there.
all I've got. How about you, Dave? And you say
I'm good.
I'm good, and I say, okay, see ya, and you say see ya.
See ya.
Now I got to go make sure that's what we do. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Ready? That's all I got. How about you, Dave?
I'm good.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Hey, we did it.
I looked at the bottom and I'm like, you're not recording, but it's up top that you're recording.
You
Yeah.
scared me.
I know. I thought you'd already stopped recording.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.